Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Turpin with a return. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. Well, Brock, you and I were talking about this during the halftime break. This game is going to be decided by who makes the bigger plays in this second half. And right away, we've got a big one.
Yeah, what a brilliant moment for the special teams to create that turnover and that fumble right away. Gives them the first opportunity. We know there's a handful of plays every game in the NFL that dictate the turns. That was an awfully big one to begin the second half.
All right, here we go. Second down. Herbert from the gun. This is complete to Gibbs. Have him gain up about a handful there. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. On third down, Herbert. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up. Opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. He'll throw it. Conklin brings it in. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple of yards short. That's a turnover. And he's out of bounds just before the sticks, Brock. And they're going to turn it over on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He's got it on the bootleg. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for Raiders first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
He's got to gain a 6 there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action on first down. Completed to his running back. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. The give now to White. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. He gets it headed right. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Raiders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 32. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Third and short here, trying to pass. Optimism holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards, and it'll be Raider football. First and 10 from the 41. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
3rd and just 2 to go. Tight end gets it running forward. They're across the 40. Nice run here. At the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Koo on now for the extra point. Pressure off left, and it's blocked! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. Now, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Back to the air, Herbert. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And he makes the Reds go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Running the read option. And he's in. They get the 2 points, but, oh, there's a flag down. And the way they're reacting sure looks like a hold. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
This, our last play of the quarter. Third and long for him here. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Put the body on the line for his team. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again. Is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they push their lead to 23.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Has some daylight through the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's incomplete left side. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Second and 10 now. Left side, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a man, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
They're headed up the middle.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Field goal attempts coming now from Younghoe Koo. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Flush down out to his left. Now he takes it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Play action now for Herbert. Catch is made in close. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Trying to set this up quick. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got it! Touchdown, Los Angeles! Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no, coaches say stay out there. We're going for 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit.
40, Chargers 22.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. Well, the Chargers are pointing. They're excited. And yes, they've got it. All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was 2 things, Kate. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Into the hands of Gibbs. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. They've got to keep moving quick here. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Herbert from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. The Chargers trust in their offense. They're going for 2 again. Herbert to throw once more. Chase down to his right. And he's going to get in there for 2. The lead shrinks to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Buys time, rolling right. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And that takes them to 3rd down. The running back gets it on the draw. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down. The Black Hole can take that.